What's up guys? Sorry it's been a while since the last video. I have been away from my home, just busy, but I'm excited today because what I've got here is pretty much a full build that I'm gonna do. And what I'm attempting to do here is basically an ultralight 6S quad. So there's a lot of cool components here that I'm going to show you. I think the key players for making this ultralight is going to be starting off with this new catalyst Machineworks Freedom HV 2205 1750 kV. I think this is really cool because it's going to be able to run 6S really well. It's going to have pretty good power and it's going to be super light. This motor here, I've got another one that the wire is short, comes in at about 25 grams with short wire. This one's got basically 4-in-1 length, and as you see there, that's 26 grams with pretty decent wire amount. So next, also got the Milivoltosd from FlightOne. This is a 20x20 flight controller that takes direct LiPo power 6S with the OSD, so that's really cool. Also this little guy, this is the TBS Unify Nano. So I mean, look how tiny this is. This is gonna be awesome. And look how big this receiver looks compared to everything. This is pretty small, I mean, compared to some of the other receivers, but look how big it looks even compared to the flight controller there. I've got also the Spark32 from FlightOne. This is a full power ESC with 20x20 mounting holes. So this will take direct LiPo up to 6S, 50 amps per channel. So this is going to be really powerful. It's going to be really good. And of course, my favorite frame, the Catalyst Machineworks Merica. I believe this frame is just under 60 grams, fully built with all the hardware and the canopy. So that's going to be pretty light. So can't wait to get started on this. I don't want to bore you guys with a 4-hour video of every detail in the build, but I'm going to try to at least take you guys through my thought process and how I'm building this as it all comes together. Stay tuned. So the first thing I like to do when building my Merica frames is I want to put first of all, the ESC into the bottom plate. This one will eventually go over here, but I want to get my spacing done properly and spaced out so I can run my battery strap, and so everything is secure and ready for the next step after that. Okay, so that's done here. So you can see pretty much what I did was just use 4 bolts here. Use this small spacer in between the bolt and the ESC. And then I just put these down, this nylon screw tops here, so that I can just have the rest of my stack just go on top, just like that. Actually, probably gonna have to put it this way, maybe. Let's make sure that this fits. Yep, so it'll be like that. And then we'll get going with the rest of it. Okay, this is pretty much how my stack's gonna look when it's all finished. Obviously, I have to get all the wires started up and everything routed properly, but pretty much I've got already the Unify Nano in here, down in there. And I'll probably end up putting the receiver right here. I've already taken it out of its case, somewhere there, and then that'll go there on top. And pretty much that's kind of how it's gonna come together. So now really I have to clean it up and put it all together for real now. Okay, so I've got this stack here pretty much ready to go. All I really need to do to finish up kind of the wiring part of it is wire up my, this is the 5-volt out from the VTX to the camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and skip using the OSD just because I think the refresh rate on the runcam voltage sensors a little bit faster, so it gives me a little bit more accurate voltage readings. I forgot to say which camera I'm using, so in here is the new Team Spectrum micro runcam. This is basically a runcam Swift 2 micro Swift 2, which is used by some of the Team Spectrum pilots, and they used their settings that they liked. So it's pretty much just a runcam with some custom settings, so we'll see how that looks as well. And that's how it's gonna go in the canopy there. So I'm just gonna splice these wires here and give it power from the VTX right here, and hook up my yellow video line to the video line from the VTX. Alright, so I have bolted on the canopy and bolted on the arms as well to the plates here, to the frame. I did have to make one change off camera, which was I didn't have very good luck with the Unify Nano. It just seemed like it couldn't really get any clean power. I tried a few different methods, but at the end of the day it just wasn't working. So I had a spare Unify, or actually Immersion RC Tramp lying around, so I put that in. It was a bit of a tighter fit because it is bigger, but it fits fine, so it's all in there now. So next up, I'm gonna solder the motors onto the ESC and bolt them on the arms. Okay, so motors are on there now. What I like to do to cut my ESC wire or motor wires to length on the ESC is I grab the furthest one, and I take it to its corresponding pad. So I just mark that there. And then all I do is I know each one's going to be closer to the motor now. So I'll just grab the next one here, put it up against next to it, and just cut a little bit shorter, and same with the other one. And then that should all be to length perfectly. I'll do the same with all. Okay, so here we are all soldered up. Let's go ahead and get maybe a rough weight of this guy here before we finish it up and get it all nice and neat. So we're about 221, heavy 221. This one comes out with, I imagine, with props, lipo strap, everything. You could probably get it sub 250. I think that'd be a pretty good good weight for this power and success. So let's see what we can get it. Okay, here she is, all ready to go. This is pretty much fully built. It really is. Everything's ready to go. Got a pretty patriotic scheme going on here with the red, white, and blue, so that looks nice. Let's get the official weigh-in on here. See what comes in to take your bets. I'm gonna say that we made it under the 250 mark, which I think would be a fantastic and competitive dry weight for this guy. So you're looking at 245. Is that right here? 246, right under 246, so that's pretty good. And let's get a weight. This is the pack that I'd like to use, somewhere along these lines. 1000 milliamp 6S, and you're looking at hang on, that's not right, about 170 grams for the pack. This is 22.2 watt hours, so fairly similar to, I'd say, like a 1300 4S pack in terms of energy and weight. So this should be pretty comparable to to an Ultralight 4S quad, but with the added benefits of 6S. So I'm excited to try this. I do have a race tomorrow morning that I'm gonna take this guy to. I don't know if I'll race it, but either way, I will go ahead and try to get some footage for you guys to take a look at this guy on track.